This is Dan Dix here, reporting for Press for Truth. We're here in beautiful Squamish, British Columbia. Today happens to be Friday the 13th, a day that's been associated with bad luck, but not so much for today, as we are seeing huge gains in the markets. And I am joined right now by the one and only Josh Sigurdson of World Alternative Media. And I gotta say, I'm glad you're in town today, Josh, because you cover a lot of economic news, you cover a lot of financial news, and today, I mean, the last we saw for Bitcoin, it is up 57.09 as of the making of this video. So incredible gains. So what can you say, first of all, as to the resiliency of Bitcoin? I mean, we just saw China trying to ban initial coin offerings, ICOs. We're seeing them try to shut down exchanges, but this doesn't seem to be phasing the coin. What are your thoughts on the incredible resiliency of Bitcoin?
It's an incredible thing. We are watching a non-violent monetary revolution happen before our eyes, and it's exactly what we needed. I mean, the decentralized world is going to replace this central planning control grid that we've seen set up by central banks around the world, and it's a beautiful thing. We saw Bitcoin go above 5,800 at one point yesterday, and it's a testament to the fact that it keeps climbing. It has the scarcity and the demand. It has the application. It will continue to grow, and the central banks are panicking. The banks are panicking because they know their system is going to eventually go down, and Bitcoin and of course things like gold and silver and all sorts of different kinds of assets will replace this centralized control grid that they have been trying to force down our throats with legal tender laws for so many years. So I'm really excited about it. I think that Bitcoin, a lot of the altcoins, they're showing themselves to be something that really has true value based on the demand of the individual, because people essentially don't like to be controlled.
Yeah, exactly. That's the beauty thing about what we're witnessing right now, is the decentralization that's coming in with these coins. And obviously when we see a spike like this in Bitcoin, it's going to affect some of the other altcoins out there. So you've actually managed to do pretty well with altcoin tradings. What can you say about some of the other altcoins on the market right now? Some of them, they're all fluctuating, and it seems to be based on what Bitcoin is doing.
Absolutely. Something that I love is Dash. I love Steem. It has the application, like I said before, with steemit.com. I look at things like, Litecoin has been doing pretty good recently. There are quite a few. I've actually been looking at Salt. It's brand new and is kind of climbing. And something that actually has been quite shocking to me, and I should actually also mention OMG. I really like OMG. But something that's been quite shocking to me lately is actually just in the recent, I think, 24 hours or something like that, HIVE, which I actually found out about on Press for Truth. It's been climbing like crazy, and it's a mountain climb right now, and I'm actually pretty excited about that as well.
Yeah, if you guys are not familiar with HIVE, this is one of the first publicly traded blockchain-related companies to be listed publicly on the Toronto Stock Exchange. And yeah, I put out a video about that a while ago now. I believe it was trading at around 72 cents, and it's up $3.16 is the last I saw today on that one. So yeah, absolutely, HIVE Blockchain is an exciting one. What are your thoughts about the future of blockchain technology? Because that's where HIVE is trying to take the space into, not just cryptocurrencies, but other applications that this can be used to better humanity with this whole decentralized concept. What are your thoughts on the future of blockchain technology, not necessarily dealing with cryptocurrencies?
Absolutely. Well, I think it is a future. I think it's going to replace a lot of what we see today. It's going to automate a lot, but it's also going to help us in a lot of ways where we weren't able to solve certain problems in the past. I think that there is a huge climb in the blockchain, demand. And you mentioned something, you hit the nail on the head, application. Application is so important. You can't have that demand, the persistent demand, without the application. So you can have the scarcity and demand, which is a beautiful thing, and you need that. But when you have the application, then you can actually use it for things. You have uses for it. You can sell it to people and say, look what you can do with it. And, you can actually prosper quite well out of that. Blockchain technology is a future. There are certain things that we need to watch out for within the blockchain technology, especially when we see these central banks grasping at straws. But look, the way I look at it is the risks don't outweigh the great pros to it, because obviously the central bankers are desperate. They can't raise interest rates enough to drop them out when the dollar goes down. It'll go negative, and they are desperately trying to switch over to a centrally planned blockchain technology, which is a huge scourge on the planet. We need to avoid this at all costs, but I don't think that they're going to be able to rush to do this in time. We see it in China, India, Australia, Sweden, Canada to a great extent, but they haven't gotten it to that next level yet. God forbid that they do. But outside of that, I mean, blockchain is a great tool to be used for the freedom of individuals. It's going to be the future. We can't avoid that. And I think that there's a great opportunity to be had, especially with cryptocurrencies, but on the blockchain period, just how you can solve. I think there's a commercial not that long ago on television, actually, where everything's starting to kind of be taken over by blockchain. And, you know, elevators that have like problems in them, it's automatically fixed by the blockchain. You know, it has all this AI and everything. And as long as the government doesn't hold that AI, I think we are going to be looking at a very bright future.
True, absolutely. And I mean, moving forward in this, what sort of advice might you have? I mean, in regards of how people can profit off of these things. I mean, you've done well. I've had people actually contacting me this morning about HIVE because of that video we put out a few weeks ago now, saying, Dan, we've had huge gains already. And so what sort of advice do you have for people to be able to invest their assets in kind of more trustworthy, safe avenues rather than, you know, fiat?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm going to have to get into HIVE.
Well, yeah.
I think I'm a little bit late to the draw, but I think it's going to be climbing a lot higher than it has just recently, and I think that there's a bright future for HIVE. But I also want to just quickly say, this is my opinion, not sound advice, because you have to go to some Keynesian university, you know, school and get some like government degree in order to say, yeah, this is what you should do, which is exactly the problem. One of the biggest problems in the financial world today is, you know, people on TV spouting off like you know, Paul Krugman and people who have absolutely no idea what they're saying and using practices that have just bankrupted countries for almost 100 years. But I would say personally, I really like Bitcoin. You know, the fallback coin. It's like the original. It is the one that's probably going to rise up the most over the years. It's not looking like it's going down anytime soon. There's hard forks coming. There's Bitcoin Gold coming. And then obviously Dash is huge. It has very small circulation compared to a lot of others, and it has a lot of application use. It's ranked high, and it's, I think, going to be taking a run real soon as Bitcoin kind of stops skyrocketing as it has in the last couple days. When it kind of calms down a bit, I think we're going to see a big rise in Dash, and obviously Steam, because Steam it's releasing smart tokens soon, and that means that people like myself, I can have a WAM coin, you can have a PFT coin, people can get in on this, and I think that's going to be largely a big part of the future of blockchain technology as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people are already building on this blockchain technology through the Steemit blockchain, building on it like with the DTube platform, which has been phenomenal. So, yeah, in closing, I want to get the links so that people can learn how to better their lives and prosper off of this. I mean, I want to tell people, if you are interested in checking out some of the things we've been investing in, I mean, check out Bitcoin if you're not familiar with this for the first time. Josh has been doing pretty well with it. I've been doing pretty well with it. Check out HIVE Blockchain. I discovered this through a guy named Lior, and he has a website that really breaks it down called wealthresearchgroup.com/must. So if you go to that link, you'll be able to see how myself and some of my friends and family this morning who have been texting me have said, Dan, this has been an amazing opportunity. Thanks for telling me about it. So check out that link. Josh, what links do you want to point people to? Because you've been doing some fantastic work. I know you're going to be covering this as it continues to develop. Yeah. Shoot out your links so people can follow your work.
Absolutely. Find me at Josh Sigurdson at steemit.com, and obviously Facebook, I'm at World Alternative Media, and YouTube if you want to see our videos. We got YouTube, World Alternative Media, search us up. We got hundreds and hundreds, almost 600 videos up on there, and you know, we are just going to keep trying to peg away at this, and I'm just happy to be joined by joining you here in British Columbia, Dan, and hopefully in the next coming days we'll be waking up to a bigger wallet each time. And I'm really excited about it, and I think other people should start looking into this further and stop being so afraid of this beautiful decentralized system that is the future of currency and assets. So I think people should look into it and really get a good grasp on it, because first of all, I really understand why people kind of stray away from cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
They have a bad feeling about it, but once you actually look into it, and I felt the same too, once you look into it, it's far more reasonable than you might actually think, and it's something that has saved me from, after being demonetized by YouTube, it saved my life. It allows me to keep doing this for a living. So thank you for talking with me today, Dan, and it's a bright future ahead.
Absolutely. My pleasure. It's an incredibly exciting time to be involved in this space. Check the links below. Josh Sigurdson, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.